Your brain is broken, and it's because of too much dopamine. This neuromodulator is known for affecting your motivation, drive, and craving, but it's much more than this. It determines how you feel at all times. Sadly, dopamine doesn't know what's good or what's bad for you. We rely on this reward center, and we tend to pick the things that have the biggest increase in the baseline, or what people like to call hits of our dopamine. And your brain will push for the things that can potentially bring more pleasure into your life. When this pattern is repeated, it will eventually become an addiction, whether it is good or bad. This is the reason drug addicts can't stop. Alcoholics keep drinking. The obese don't stop eating. Our brains will always want us to return to that peak dopamine state. Here's the problem. This is hardwired into every single person on the planet. It is being used against you in every way. Society is built to keep your attention and make as much money as possible off of it. Everything you consume is designed to attack you from one of our most vulnerable points, your dopamine. All of the endless ringing and buzzing notifications that keep coming without you stopping to think.
How does this affect my brain?
We get caught in what is really like a dopamine overdose that is stealing all of your drive.
The real question is how do we fix this? When most of you don't even know what is happening to your brain. Let's get this straight. I am no neuroscientist, but Dr. Andrew Huberman is, and his video about dopamine cleared all of my misconceptions about the topic, so go check it out. Dopamine isn't bad for you. What is bad for you is the habits and the addictions that come from the outside forces tugging and pulling you in many different directions. This is how dopamine works. Inside of your brain, there is a dopamine baseline affecting how you feel. This baseline standard is constantly flowing. When a lot of people refer to dopamine, they usually talk about dopamine hits. They are talking about the peaks that happen on your baseline. The downfall is when you hit a peak, your new baseline will be lower than it was before. That's normal, right? Yes, but historically, we've never had so many stimulants that demand our dopamine all day long, keeping you in this pattern of going super high, then super low. In the end, you are left feeling unmotivated, lazy, and outright depressed. Think about this. All aspects of social media, from the notifications to the algorithmic feed, are meticulously designed for you to stay on them as long as possible. It's not just social. Video games created ranking systems. Streaming services, binge watching, YouTube's up next and suggested videos, and even aspects of this video was edited in a way to keep you engaged. Sorry. Over time, these rewards will put you into a habit loop. The book Atomic Habits by James Clear says there is cue, craving, response, and reward. Here's an example. Your phone gets a notification. You're curious what the notification is. You walk over, grab your phone. You see what the notification is. Now at this point, you must be thinking, how do I fix this? I'm going to give you a 2-step challenge, and then everything else is on your consistency. And this is only for people that truly want to make a difference in their own lives, mentally. If that's not you, don't do it. Step 1. Complete a dopamine detox to start a refresh with your dopamine. A dopamine detox is abstaining from all addictive activities that raise your level of dopamine too high. This initially is going to be the hardest part. The challenge for you is for 7 days to completely remove all things from your life: social media, entertainment, talking no movies, no TV, no video games, no junk food, no alcohol, drugs, sex, gambling, whatever addictive habits you have, stop using them for 7 days. You can do anything for 7 days. And I bet the first few days you will try and grab your phone when there is any second of downtime. This isn't the end all. If you don't replace your habits with something else, you will just fall back into them again. You need, and this is step 2, create a positive habit loop. Now, there are so many ways that you can go about this. I recommend reading the book Atomic Habits to learn more ways to replace bad habit loops. But throughout this 7 days, When you get those cues and cravings, stop and replace the response with something more positive. Here's an example. You are having a hard day at work. You start craving to look at social media. Before you grab your phone, stop. And instead of going to social media, bring a book with you to work. Then read 2 pages. And over time, the reward that you will get from making these little tiny decision changes will help you feel more motivated. Here's some ideas. Work out while watching your favorite show. Go on a 10-minute walk instead of scrolling on social media. When you're feeling under-recognized at work, instead of moping in it, start writing a list of what you are grateful for instead. This isn't going to solve all of your problems, but it will definitely help you out tremendously. I did a dopamine detox for the entire month of November in 2022. And it's crazy to see how much of my motivation was being stolen by how much tech that I was using. It's all of the little decisions made every day that make or break how you feel. You can limit those spikes in your dopamine by changing some habits. Try it out, fix your brain, reset your dopamine. I'm Billy M. Morden. On this channel, we talk about cool stuff. Later.